Hello student, today I will explain you banking sector reforms unit 4. Okay, so first I will explain you what is exact banking sector reforms means what, और उसके बाद हम objective type questions देखेंगे और broad question. The banking sector is the most important factor of all the economic activity, okay, of a country, and small changes in its regulation affect the entire economy. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल जब नोटबंदी हो गई थी दैट टाइम का आप देख सकते हो, एंड हाउ इट इन्फ्लुएंस्ड एवरी वन ऑफ अस. ओके, it is the reforms of the Indian banking sector under the objectives of solving the non-profit earning problems and non-profit earning problems of the overall health of the public sector banks to face international competitions. Banks are financial institutions which are licensed to take deposits from public and grant them loan. In that sense, they differ from the traditional money lenders. The banking sector reforms in India are aimed at introduction of best international practices and technological changes for making the Indian banking sector competitive globally. The Indian banking system is more efficient and stable today, because there has been a rapid increase in the number of banks in this country. The banking horizon is changing because of the increasing number of private banks and the foreign banks. There is a cutthroat competitions between the banks, means private bank and foreign banks. Banks became to diversify their services as part of their corporate strategy to cater to various customer segments. Okay, so this is a basic concept. What is the banking sector reforms? Okay, तो यहाँ पे हम देखते हैं फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज एम नरसिंहम हेडेड. ऑप्शन राइट ऑप्शन है डी, मतलब तीनों ऑप्शंस है. फर्स्ट, द वर्किंग group constituted by the government of India in July 1975 for the establishment of regional rural bank. Second, the Committee of the Financial System 1991 and the Committee of Banking Sector Reforms 1997. मतलब जो एम नरसिम्हम कमेटी थी उसने क्या क्या काम किया वो बताया है. तो फर्स्ट उन्होंने बैंकिंग सेक्टर रिफॉर्म्स के लिए 1997 में पास किया था. देन कमिटी ऑन द फिनेंशियल सिस्टम 1991 था. सेकेंड क्वेश्चन, विच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज द एपेक्स इंस्टीट्यूशन इन फाइनेंस सेक्टर ऑफ इंडिया? आंसर D, RBI. Third question, RBI notifies CRR under Dash Act. आंसर है C, मतलब सेक्शन 42 ऑफ RBI एक्ट नोटिफाइज CRR. ओके. फोर्थ वन, in order to control credit, Reserve Bank of India should, answer C, increase CRR and increase bank rate. Fifth one, as per RBI first quarter review of monetary policy 2011-12, the cash reserve ratio, मतलब CRR, maintained by commercial banks in India is, क्या रेट था उसका 11-12 में? आंसर है ए, मतलब 6.0%। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, what is the maximum selling of SLR imposed by RBI on banks? Answer है A, 40% of total demand and time liabilities। Seventh question, what penal interest is imposed by Reserve Bank of India on banking company if it does not maintain required amount of SLR? Answer है B, bank rate plus 3%। Next question, number 8. In banking industry, what does CD ratio stand for? Answer है C, credit deposit ratio। मतलब CD means what? Credit deposit ratio। Number 9. Which of the following is known as the third pillar of Basel second accord? Answer D, market discipline। मार्केट डिसिप्लिन इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन बैंकिंग सेक्टर और एनी सेक्टर। मार्केट स्टडी बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट होती है, या फिर मार्केट की सिचुएशन जो हर टाइम चेंज होती है वो भी बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट होती है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन 10 नंबर, द मिनिमम टोटल कैपिटल रेशियो अंडर बेसिल थर्ड is dash of RWA, that is answer is C, 9%। Next question, which one is not under the 3 pillars of Basel third norms in banking industry? Answer C, risk oriented supervision। Next question, the Narsimham Committee 1991 on financial reforms proposed for establishment of dash 12 का आंसर है D, मतलब for their hierarchy of the banking structure। 13, what was the maximum limit of statutory liquidity ratio had Narsimham Committee recommended? आंसर है 13 का A, 25%। Narsimham Committee was appointed on answer D, banking reforms। 15 number, committee launched the process of reforms of financial system in India dash, answer C, Narsimham Committee। 16, Basel third recommendation shall be completely implemented in India by answer B, 31st March 2019। 17 number question, Basel third capital regulation were released by the Basel Committee on Banking Supervision BCBS as a global regulatory framework for more resilient banks and banking systems on December 2010। 18 number, the Basel second committee recommendation given below, pick up correct one। The answer is D, मतलब all of above, मतलब committee combined all of the type of banking risk into 3 categories, then they are credit risk, market risk and operations risk, and the committee identified 3 pillars of risk management। Second last, ideal credit deposit ratio for a bank is 60%, मतलब A आंसर। Last question, which out of the following type of bank has to maintain CRR with RBI? Answer D means all of these: scheduled commercial bank, cooperative bank, नॉन शेड्यूल कमर्शियल बैंक सब उसमें इंक्लूड होते हैं. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज ट्रू और फॉल्स. ओके, ट्रू और फॉल्स में फर्स्ट वन, ट्रू और फॉल्स, ए बी. ओके, तो हमारे ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप हो गए. इसके बाद थोड़ा थ्योरी पार्ट लेती हूँ और फिर हम ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप लेंगे. ओके, तो थोड़ा आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. हमने देखा कि व्हाट इज़ द मीनिंग ऑफ बैंकिंग सेक्टर रिफॉर्म्स. ओके, अब जो हिस्ट्री ऑफ बैंकिंग सेक्टर रिफॉर्म्स की है वो भी हम देखेंगे. The banking sector is an important part of the economy. It regulates the smooth functioning of the Indian economy. The banking sector reforms and act are to promote the efficiency and productivity of the banking system in India. They aim to increase growth and development. They also maintain stability and adequacy in the financial market. Okay, बैंकिंग सेक्टर मीन्स बैंक जो प्राइवेट हो, गवर्नमेंट हो, कमर्शियल बैंक हो, कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी के बैंक हो, लेकिन वो जो मार्केट के लिए, सोसाइटी के लिए जो वर्क है उनका वो बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है. मतलब हम जो बोलते हैं ना पैसे लेन देन जो होता है वो बैंकिंग सेक्टर की वजह से बहुत आसानी से हम कर सकते हैं. मतलब हम एक जगह रहते और दूसरी जगह पैसे देने हैं. अब तो ई बैंकिंग की वजह से तो बहुत आसानी हो गई है हमें. ओके, तो ये जो सेक्टर है बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है. अब बैंकिंग सेक्टर रिफॉर्म्स जो है वो हमें देखना है, मतलब बिफोर इंडिपेंडेंस कैसा था और पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस कैसा था. Before independence means modern banking in India started way back to 1786 with the establishment of General Bank of India. Okay, in 1806 the East India Company established the first presidency bank in Kolkata. Two more banks were established in 1840 and 1843, named Bank of Bombay and Bank of Madras. उसके बाद रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया केम इनटू फॉर्मेशन ऑन 1st April 1935 विद 1935. द रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट जो है वो है 1934. The objective of establishing the Reserve Bank as stated in the bank as stated is a very important role to the okay. RBI Act was to regulate the issue of bank notes and the keeping of reserve with a view of securing monetary stability in India. Okay, and then post independence क्या हुआ, उसमें बहुत सारे चेंजेस हो गए. इवन आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस द बैंक were mainly urban oriented and were beyond the reach of the rural population or rural areas. A large section of the rural population still had to look upon the moneylenders as their resort for credit. India's commercial banking system in 1991 had many of the problems typical of unformed banking system in many developing countries. There was extensive financial representation reflected in detail control on interest rates and large portion of bank resources of finance. The government deficit through the imposition of high statutory liquidity ratio means SRR, which prescribed investment in government securities at low interest rate. The system was also dominated by public sector banks, which announced for 90% of total banking sector assets, reflecting the impact of two rounds of nationalization of private sector banks above a certain size, first in 1969 and again in 1983. These banks were nationalized because of the prescriptions that it was necessary to impose social control over banking to give it a developmental trust with a special emphasis on extending banking in rural areas. जब भी बैंकिंग सेक्टर ने डिसाइड किया कि रूरल एरिया में बैंक इस्टेब्लिश करेंगे, दैट टाइम उनको बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम फेस करने पड़े. उसके बाद आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस मतलब जब हम इंडिपेंडेंट हुए उसके बाद जो बैंकिंग सेक्टर ने काम किया है वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट था. मतलब जो रूरल एरिया में थे और अर्बन एरिया में भी थे उन लोगों के लिए. और उससे क्या हुआ, हमारी इकोनॉमी जो है उसमें ग्रोथ होने लगी. मतलब जो पैसा है वो सर्कुलेट होने लगा बिजनेस में. The strategy of banking reforms was broadly similar to that followed in other countries, but with some important difference. It was similar to the extent that it focused on imposing and norms and improving regulatory supervision to meet Basel First standards, means standards that were formulated by the Committee of the Bank of International Settlement or BIS, means based in Basel, Switzerland. And it aimed at increasing competitions to promote greater efficiency. However, there were two important differences compared with reforms in other countries. First, the reforms in banking were much more and most countries' course of action that was in line with the general strategy of a reform in India, made possible by the fact that the reforms were not introduced in the midst of banking sector crisis. Okay. Then second point is, unlike the case in many other countries, there was never any intention to privatization public sector banks. It was clearly recognized that competition was desirable, and this implied that both private sector banks and foreign banks should be allowed to expand their market share if they could. However, the government also declared in its intention to strengthen public sector banks and enable them to meet competitions. Okay. Then next point is goal of banking sector reform in India. Tomorrow I will explain you next points. First one, goal of banking sector reforms India and detail about the banking reform measures. Thank you.